Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into the Banshee Cup playoffs. My name is Bahamut. On the left-hand side, we have Team Sven. On the right, it's going to be Team HlopakA. This is map number 1 in the upper bracket semifinal matchup. Loser of this drops down to the lower bracket semifinal, which we'll be getting to next. And the loser of that will be taking 4th place in the tournament, plus any bounties they have taken. I believe 4th place is $0. 4th place is $0. First is 1,000, second is 300, and third is 200. Obviously split between the 5 players. Plus the bounty pools. If you'd like to see who's won what bounties, you can use exclamation bracket to find out more about the tournament. As I said, we have 3 best of 5s today. This is our second best of 5. We've introduced the teams. This is the Meta Madness style of draft. Heroes that are picked and played are unavailable for future maps. As I also mentioned, there's bounties. If you'd like to see the list of bounty heroes, that can also be found in the Wikipedia. If we see any bounties, we'll point them out, but right now we'll focus in on the draft. Oh, I forgot to do this last series, but we'll do this now. If you are enjoying the stream here on Twitch, be sure to drop a follow. It costs you $0. You get some channel points that you can use for Twitch predictions, and it supports the channel, and it makes me very happy to see people following and hanging out here. We also do stream 6 days a week. We average around 6 to 8 hours per stream. So there's a lot of really good content, and if you'd like to support the stream, it's always much appreciated because we do our best to manage ads, but if you'd like to support and keep us full-time streaming, every little bit helps us out. Bits, subs, all that good stuff. I do have the best Tier 2 and Tier 3 sub alerts on all of Twitch. We have a brand new Tier 1 gifted sub alert, so that's all good. And of course, if you're watching over on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe so we can grow the YouTube page. Every little bit helps us out over there, so if you'd like to help us out, use exclamation YouTube here in Twitch, or if you're watching on YouTube, as I said, like and subscribe so we can grow the YouTube channel, metrics and all that good stuff. I think that's all I need to cover, as we have a few bands coming through. Sylvanas, Genji, Brightwing, and Lucio. It's gonna be Greymane. Okay. Lucio in the house is still up and available. Lucio on a map like this is not too bad, and boom! Boom, this is his jam. Alright, so Lucio, first picked on the left-hand side. What else do they want to put with... Oh, maybe we see a Garrosh over there or something like that. First 2 picks on the right. I wouldn't mind just like a strong tank, like a Johanna. Okay, Muradin, Hogger. Good for grabbing camps. No, this is actually... I think this is actually a fantastic start to this draft. I like this quite a bit from Team HlopakA. But with Lucio, Garrosh is not a bad option. Garrosh pops Indomitable. Lucio speeds things up. Garrosh can run at the enemy quite quickly. And then maybe some sort of like auto attacker with that. I'll go Blaze Johanna. Okay. It's like you do this for a living or something. It is like I do this for a living or something. It is. It is. And I'm glad and I appreciate every single one of you that come to my stream and watch our channel. There's a lot of things you could be watching on Twitch. You could be watching VTubers. You could be watching people sleep. You could be watching probably someone else doing exactly what I'm doing. But thank you for coming to my channel. I appreciate it. You could be watching reruns of something that's already happened instead of wonderful live content. All right, anyways, we got a Chromie band out on the right-hand side, so no single target deletion. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. They will get rid of Hanzo. I was wondering if there was going to be consideration for a healer ban, but Anduin's still up and available. Hogger and Muradin are still really good Anduin light bomb targets. Genji typically is the one we see prioritized, but I think like Hortipult or Dwarf Launch, we appreciate you. I appreciate you all. Seriously, streaming makes my day. Yeah, we'll be building Lego at the end of this. At the end of the month, we'll be building a Lego set on stream. I think the Darth Maul set is currently winning. But if you have not voted, be sure to vote on the straw poll that's in chat. That Ash Mantle just triggered. Thank you. Oh, and I need to set up... where's our sticky note? I keep forgetting to do this. I need to set up the next Baja Rasa bid. As well as I need to do PT stuff today, because I did not do it this morning. I got up, I made food, and we started stream. Last 2 picks on the left-hand side going to be Tracer Li Ming. Okay, good sustained damage, good mobility, burst ability is high. Pretty good draft from Team Sven. Pretty good draft. The damage over time and stuff like that from Gul'dan is pretty big. So far, it's a hyper carry Gul'dan. Wave clear is okay. Camp grabs are okay. I would like to see some sort of auto attacker with all of this. Hanzo Genji already banned away. Greymane banned away. Cassia maybe for a blind and a tracer.
The wait is over.
You missed the first match because you were driving. Can someone DM me your results? Sure. Let me do 5 things at once. Give me a second. All right, and then go here. All right, I got you, Nancy. It's in Discord. I got you, homie. All right, start prediction. Which team will win Blackheart's Bay? We've got Team Sven on the left and Team HlopakA on the right. Actually, I wonder if I could do this. Oh yeah, this is probably better. There you go, hold on. Get you a better image, Nancy. This one has the drafts and stuff if you want to see that as well. There we go. Alright. Twitch predictions up and available on the left-hand side. We are here on Blackheart's Bay, map number 1, second best of 5 of the day. On the left-hand side, it is Team Sven with a Sven Blaze. Rex, the captain, Captain Rex. I don't know why I did that. Captain Rex playing Lucio. Aryan will be your Tracer, Nano Li Ming, and Aether Johanna. For Team HlopakA on the right, HlopakA playing Cassia. High Wraith is your Hogger. We'll see an Anduin played by Hunter Orc. Parnax is the Muradin, and Miriel is the Gul'dan. All right. Yeah, no problem, Nancy. I literally have it open on my other monitor, so it takes me 2 seconds to just screen cap it for you. Alright. Bit of damage under the fort front gate and bottom lane. Looks like we're going to see Hogger Blaze do double soak duties through top and mid, and this is going to be a core 4 brawl in bottom lane. Kind of 2 ways to play this map, and we saw one obviously earlier, and this might be the other tactic. So kind of think of it like opposite, or think of it like Tomb of the Spider Queen. Nope, opposite Tomb of the Spider Queen. Actually, think about it like Towers of Doom. There you go. Solo laners rotate top mid. The rest of the team hard pushes bottom lane, getting siege giants and stuff. But maybe that's not the case. I'm kind of unsure with the rotations currently. Oh my god, someone actually freed a shark. Someone actually freed a shark. No globals, yeah. I can't believe it. Someone actually freed one. Augur gets 2 of these coins over... Oh, no, that's from the doubloon camp. I was like, wait a second. We don't even have these chests pop up yet. Yeah, no globals this game. That just means more globals in the future. Alright, all 5 of this lower chest go to the side of Team HlopakA. Lucio picked up the other 5 on the north side, okay? You love to see it. You do love to see it. I don't care what anyone says. Sharks are cute. They're all look how beautiful they are. We were playing another crab treasure yesterday, and there was I found a thing in the game called a shark tooth. And the little bit of it was, shark lose like 40 teeth per week. So this is kind of whatever. Or shark teeth are kind of whatever. Because I remember when I was growing up, like, a shark tooth necklace was like the coolest. It was like so cool. Apparently if you didn't actually know this, the shark teeth actually, like, it's like their teeth like roll or whatever, or like the gums roll or something. And the teeth just literally rotate out of their own mouth. It's wild, like... Alright, I looked at Twitch chat, I look back over, Lucio, dead. Lucio will be taken down. First blood over to the side of Team HlopakA as Hunter Orc goes for the channel here. We do have an available turn-in with enough doubloons, but it's actually spread through quite a few people here. Muradin, Hogger, and Gul'dan. Oh, the Twitch prediction, by the way, is still going. Still got a few seconds to get your gambles in. We are on a delay, so you're probably hearing this it might be a little late, but either way, it doesn't matter. 7 talents here on both sides. Hogger trait, Gul'dan with his Drain Life build. Looks like Blackheart Barrage will be summoned by the side of Team Sven first, as Gul'dan goes down in bottom. Blaze lands the jet propulsion onto HlopakA, who's now looking to run on out of here, but the oil slicks are slowing. Lucio trying to amp it up. We've got Blaze with the Pyromania active as well. Hunter Orc is going to split down to the left and try and get away. Meanwhile, HlopakA is being chased down by Tracer. So that'll be a kill onto Cassia and Anduin. 3 kills to the side of Team Sven. Muradin may go down here. Push off from Lucio. He's got the reverse amp. Li Ming! I think he might have died if that sound wave doesn't happen. I think the splash from the Arcane Orb might have gotten that kill. Let's say it would have, so that way we can blame Lucio. That's just it. Alright, more doubloons to be grabbed here. Hogger with a bounce through. The objective area, zoning back the enemy. Captain Rex just rolling around. Oh, it's a lot of damage on Johanna. Her Iron Skin is active. Muradin Dwarf tosses in. Staggering blow into the wall. Captain Rex trying to delay, but Johanna does go down the left-hand side. There is a doubloon in that corridor that I don't think anyone's noticed just yet. Yep, there it is. There's the danger ping. Someone's got it. High Wraith with the turn-in. First, by the way, Blackheart Barrage did take down this mid lane fort. Shots. I think there were shots. Excuse me. There were shots. There we go. Throat's drying out, apparently. There's a shot or two that went into the top or bottom. Opened things up a little bit more. Still full forward HP. Camp and bottom to be grabbed. Blaze and Hogger in top lane. Bit of a brawl between the two of them. 10 talents here on the left-hand side. We're going to cycle through those other numbers. Tracer did go into Sticky Bomb level 10. We'll see a bunker for Blaze, Bless Shield, Johanna, High Five, Lucio, and Wave of Force for the Li Ming. Blackheart Barrage is ended, and the map is pretty much equal. Mid forts are down on both sides. We'll see Hogger, Blaze doing double soak duties from mid to top. Blaze is actually already in position to take down... to collect this entire doubloon chest, and Hogger's currently getting chased in top lane. Okay, he's gonna be able to break away towards the top lane fort. Blaze is currently holding 12. He's got the entire turn in right now. Just gonna take a Lightning Fury to the face. Jet propulsion from Blaze jumps in. There's a ball lightning from Cassia. Living bomb, excuse me. Light bomb going out, but there's also the pulse bomb from Tracer. There we go. Shockwave onto Tracer. She's going to be able to back away for a moment. Actually, small blink. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Big damage coming through as Parnox Gul'dan will fall. We also see the Cassia earlier in the engagement being taken down. 23 doubloons in the pockets of Team Sven. And they'll be at... They actually currently have enough for another turn. They've got 14. They've got 14 already held, and while the Blackheart Barrage goes out, some camps to be grabbed, more doubloons to be picked up, and right now the momentum is all Team Sven here on Blackheart's Bay. How or what can Team HlopakA do to start reeling this back in? It's looking a bit rough. Looking a bit rough for Team HlopakA here. 6-2 in kills, 13-11 in levels. Top lane currently being pushed up. Tracer already in position for a turn in here. 8 on Li Ming. That's 12. They need another 2, so like Tracer or somebody. Meanwhile, in top lane, though, this wave is being pushed in. Counter camp coming out from the side of Team Sven. That'll be immediately cleared out. Dan is trying to drain and zone back the enemy. Activated stim from Sven right now. And just to clear this out before any major shots are had. Li Ming and Tracer, I think, did get their turn in already. That's Li Ming getting one reset off of Anduin. Horrify from Gul'dan activated. Hogger gets a bounce through. Nano trying to back off right now, looking for another reset off of HlopakA, and they will be able to do so with Tracer closing the distance. Goodbye, High Wraith. Quadra kill over to the side of Team Sven, and this is boss grabbed plus Lucio's got the turn in right now, so he's gonna speed boost down to bottom, mid, get the turn in. Boss goes over to the side of Team Sven, and man, it is a dominant map number 1 from Team Sven. God, at the rate we're going, we'll be done with the games before the storm hits Tahoe.
Enough to buy my services for now.
Grankle, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. We'll resend your alert when we get out of game. Thank you very much for considering us. Appreciate that greatly, bud. Hope you had a good stream. Thank you kindly. We are here, if you just raided over, we are here in the map number 1 of our second best of 5 of the day. Team Sven on the left, Team HlopakA on the right. If you'd like to know the results of the previous best of 5, use exclamation bracket to check out the Wikipedia. Gul'dan with a drain health onto Aether. Hunter Orc getting just run down here in bottom. Lucio, no, actually, yeah, though they still step in. Horrify from Gul'dan pushes Johanna to the side, but it still doesn't deny this kill. Shockwave from Hogger, staggering blow into the wall. The Hog Wild is good. He doesn't pick up any of the coins. I think High Wraith is still dead, though. Thank you for the shout out, Ashmantle. Much appreciated. Another turn-in. I mean, they've got 20. 16 are needed. Oh, man. It's just domination from Team Sven in this map number 1. Team HlopakA just can't step out. Okay, so this is mid keep gone. Top keep... I think it shoots to top next. I forget. And Ninja. Welcome in. 13-3 in our kills. Okay, there's 7 shots left. So earlier I was wrong every single time, so I'm going to say that it's going to be on a sliver of HP. And watch the keep actually be taken down. I'm just gonna do. It's like Twitch predictions. I'm just gonna do whatever the opposite of whatever I believe. Honestly, 2 keeps have been taken down during the objective phase here. Nicely done from Team Sven. A level and a half or more lead to this blue squad as they have 12 out of 18 needed for the turn-in. Gul'dan currently holding 2 on the side of Team HlopakA. Okay. It looks like there's a minute or so for the vast majority of camps to spawn. A minute or more. Well, Blackheart, that's not very convenient for Team HlopakA. They were rotating out to get this camp, so that's going to be 10 doubloons quickly to the side of T. Oh my god. Actually, realistically, they probably couldn't contest because there's no 16 talents here. Captain Rex with the turn in, but they're gonna be 1 shy. They need Sven to get 1. Sven's blasting powder, trying to get a delay. Sven will break off. Seems like they back off right now, and they're just gonna go get their own camp. I mean, it's what do they have to worry about? It's not like the enemy's gonna turn in and get a barrage. Literally, it's like, okay, they've got 4 out of 12. And I think Team HlopakA still thinks they're like hanging around looking for a sneaky turn-in, but not really the case. Sven grabs this camp for top. Li Ming does rotate down to bottom to start trying to push back against this wave that was pressed into the fort. More dense blasting powder from Hogger's level 7. Camp on the top left of our screen will be grabbed here by Tracer. And Blaze Sven with 7 Gonna just go to top lane and clear things out as he did grab this camp. While Blaze shows in top lane, this is gonna be a call for an offset fight. 5v4. Muradin looking for the flank. Dwarf toss in. Light Bomb onto Hogger gets a beautiful bounce, but it's denied by the Iron Skin of Johanna. So an attempt gank, an attempt flank, an attempt kill doesn't yield anything, but... Well, at least doesn't yield a kill, but the fort does fall here in this bottom lane. Blaze still pushing, Blaze pushed up top, and looks like he'll actually have another doubloon camp grabbed, and Horrified from Gul'dan, Ball Lightning from Cassia as the Iron Skin's activated. Couple little ball bounces right there, but no full game of volleyball to be played. Mid pushed in, top pushed in. Top also has consistent catapult pressure with like no matching because this top lane fort still up and available. Blaze trying to sneak a turn in. Delayed once. Second time as well. Nice bounce in. Shockwave connects onto 2. They're trying to run this down. Blaze will be the target. He does get the high five from Lucio. Light Bomb from Anduin going out. The core, by the way, on the right is falling to minions, just so you all know, in case you're not seeing that health bar drop down over here. Winions currently. There's a fight. But Winions. Did they get the Gul'dan kill? No! No Gul'dan kill. No Finland for Team Sven, but they do manage to take a dominant map number 1. That was very, 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 very Team Sven.
Welcome!
Welcome, thank you very much. All right, let's get set up for our next map. Players are currently deciding what they want to do. Map pick or first pick? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, bathroom? We are here in Tomb of the Spider Queen, map number 2 in our second best of 5 of the day. We have got Team Sven on the left with the lead in this best of 5 series. On the right, it will be Team HlopakA trying to equalize through Tomb of the Spider Queen. This is the map choice of Team HlopakA as they opted in for map pick priority for map number 2. So there is something they want to employ here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. More Sylvanas ban. You know, for a tournament to be named Banshee Cup, it really has a lot of Sylvanas ban priority. So I guess, you know, there's technically a lot of Sylvanas, what's the word I'm looking for? Involvement. She's just only involved in the ban phase. Junkrat banned out. Alright, so Tomb of Spider Queen. Johanna's already been played. Muradin's already been played. It's a really good map for Diablo. Not a bad map for Tyrael. Anub'arak is a fine pickup here. Stitches is wonderful on this map, actually. So there's a lot of directions these teams could go. We could see a Hook Gorge combo. We could see a Diablo aggressive dive composition. Anub'arak is, as I said, an option. There's Tracer was already played, and she's typically paired with Tyrael, but Tyrael's still a fine pickup on this map with the Ardent Restoration auto attack build. So definitely directions to be heading. We'll see what they want to go into. Junkrat being banned away, so no Stitches hooking Gorge into a steel trap, and Junkrat just really annoying on this map in general. Actually, just Junkrat is annoying in general, which I think that thematically is very on point. Hard for her to hand out the cup if she's playing. Makes a good point. Sorry, my brain took a second to read that. I am still just waking up. So they're gonna go Chromie first pick, so it could be a variant single target deletion. Chromie has a lot of nice poke damage. On that note, actually, Sergeant Hammer is up and available, and this is not a bad map for Sergeant Hammer. Not too bad of a map for, yeah. Granted, into Chromie, that would be really annoying. I think the Hammer would have to be drafted for the Team Sven side. Brightwing Garrosh. Okay, Diablo was banned out, so they want to be able to run at the enemy. Soothing Mist for the AoE cleanse. Blaze was played in map 1, so no bunker potential. Oh, what do they want to do with this? I think it is going to be like a variant single target deletion composition. Oh! Huh. ETC could be a solo lane. Solo lane? Sorry, I don't know. There's a frog in my throat today. ETC could be a solo lane. We have seen it here and there. Crowd Surfer is really... Actually, Crowd Surfer is probably going to be the pickup, actually. Get it? Pickup? Like, guitars have pickups? Anybody? Alright, band-wise, we're gonna probably see a solo lane band out, like Leoric or something. That's gonna be Dahaka, okay. No Dahaka Dino. No easy wave clear with Dark Swarm and stuff like that. Drag potential as well for lockdown. Oh, with this Garrosh, do they want to ban out a... Ooh, okay, they are gonna ban out Medivh. So if Medivh's being banned away, that kind of makes me think this is going to be a Stitches composition on the left-hand side for Team Sven. Medivh is a great way of... I mean, Medivh's also a great way of just portaling in and harassing onto Chromie. But if you go solo lane ETC with Stage Dive, you can then pick up a Stitches and something else with maybe like a Grey Mane? Stitches Grey Mane could be picked up here. Oh. Anyways, Brightwing, Blink Heal mobility, Garrosh Indomitable, Genji with a lot of mobility, Yrel with Hand of Freedom and stuff. There is a lot of mobility to get away, so maybe the Gorge composition won't work out too well. I mean, there's like a lurking arm for all of this. Okay, well, I was 50% there. We got a Leoric and a Grey Mane. I don't hate this too much. Leoric into... You didn't pick up on that joke. Okay, so guitars have this metal thingy, and... They should have given Dahaka his other arm in Heroes. Oh my god, I'm so tired. They do. He, it's actually when he gets level 10 and you pick your heroic, he actually grows another arm. Because of adaptation. Kael'thas last pick. Is it going to be Convection, chat? Will we get a Convection Kael'thas? I doubt it. Okay. You didn't know that? Yeah. Actually, so if you look at Dahaka, when he gets level 10, he actually, he has like this animation when you pick your level 10 talent, like his arms go up and he actually grows a right arm. It's just a little thing, but yeah. There's so much cool little stuff in Heroes of Storm. On the right-hand side, we got Team HlopakA. Parnex playing the Garrosh. We've got High Wraith on the Yrel. HlopakA playing Genji. Hunter Orc on Brightwing. And Kael'thas played by Marielle. No one freeing Harrison Jones, apparently. Left side, Team Sven in the lead in this best-of-5 series in the upper bracket semifinals. Sven playing Leoric. Aether will be your ETC. Aryan on Grey Mane. Captain Rex will play Stukov. And Nano on the Chromie. Nancy, thank you for the tier 1 gifted sub to Ashmantle. We'll resend the alert when we get out of game. Thank you very much. Appreciate the support. Ashmantle, welcome back to the Bahamuts. ETC with Proc Rock level 1. We have got Deep Breathing for Chromie. We'll see the Fetid Touch. And Kael'thas with Regeneration Globes level 1. No Convection Kael'thas. If anyone deserves a gifted sub, it's Ashmantle for how much Ashmantle is always here for gamble alerts and things like that. So thank you, Ashmantle, and thank you, of course, to Nancy. Y'all are lovely human beings. Power Slide from ETC. Face Melt will push back this Garrosh as the Face Shift from Brightwing comes through. Ally toss to get Brightwing in a better spot. Genji jumps in, Swift Strike through, and Kael'thas will be able to get first blood for the side of Team HlopakA. Greymane down for 5 more seconds. The double soaks will continue. Leoric over in bottom lane, just soaking. Chilling, soaking, being a skeletal king. Also, I think we're, like, really close to our sub-goal for the day already, which is awesome. The Chef Baja for June, where we're going to be doing, buttermilk fried chicken sandwiches. Oh, dude, buttermilk fried chicken is so good. Just that buttermilk, it's a whole another layer of deliciousness. There's a whole chemical thing with it. But anyways, we have a Righteous Hammer bopping back the enemy. Greymane gets onto the point, but he's not able to get any sort of channel time. This will be Team HlopakA with the steal of a camp. Or actually, not even a steal, just a grab of the camp. Rotations in the bottom lane were had. Kaladin, thank you for the Prime Gaming for 20 months. I appreciate that. Of course, we'll send your alert after game. Much appreciate your support. And, love for the channel. Sorry, started reading talents mid-sentence. Leoric with Paralyzing Rage now has a 60% slow. Shuriken Mastery for Genji. And a Freedom. Magic Spit. We'll see the Energy Royal for Kael'thas. Greymane will have that Eyes in the Dark, right? Yeah, Eyes in the Dark. There's another talent that's green background, but it's him as a Worgen, and I blank out on what that one does. Oh, is it maybe it's Thick Skin? And you get the armor in Worgen? No, that's... Give me a second. I'm going to break the game because I am curious here really quickly. It is Thick Skin. Oh. I shouldn't doubt myself so much. Well, with us checking talents aside, let's continue seeing our rotations between the two teams. Both are pretty close to a turn-in. 21 in the pockets of Team Sven, 26 turned in. Actually, with that minion wave off of mid, they will be able to have the turn-in available. On the opposing side, 18 turned in, 33 in the pockets of Team HlopakA. Flame Strike from Kael'thas with 1 delay. Living Bomb applied to the ETC who's currently trying to zone, so Nano can get a few turned in, but it won't work out. Correct, you shouldn't doubt yourself at all. That's true, Stark. Good morning, bud. Happy May 4th to you. I think I'm gonna watch Rogue One later tonight. I don't know why. I've had this desire to rewatch Rogue One. I haven't seen it, as I said, since I saw it in theaters. I'm a fried chicken expert. You're absolutely correct. Baja Buttermilk makes the best. I agree. I agree. Nancy, I might actually hit you up for a recipe. I may hit you up for a recipe or suggestions. Yeah, happy Star Wars Day. Happy Star Wars Day. Speaking of Star Wars, did that Star Wars Outlaw game come out? I know that there was something in the news about it, but I think it was just the retail price of it, right? That people were kind of like shocked at. I can't remember. We saw the trailer during one of those game shows, and it looked interesting. I actually wrote it down on my book to maybe play it on stream, but then I got really nervous because of the Jedi Survivor release. Jedi Survivor was fun, just the release was kind of doo-doo, and Fallen Order is, in my opinion, a better game in the series. BRB a bit. Okie dokie. Well, the Web Weavers will descend. Mid lane's already cleared out. Get some damage onto the fort front gate. Sven avoids that death wave. I don't think it would have taken him down, but why take all that free damage? Yrel pushing back the enemy with a Righteous Hammer here in bottom to try and confirm the fort, and they will be able to do so. First structure to go down in favor of Team HlopakA. First structure of the map. As I mentioned, Team HlopakA looking to make this series a little more competitive. Trying to pick up a 1-1 score off of this. Let's go ahead and cycle through the other numbers. Get an idea of what the damage healing experience looks like as we are about mid-game, or at least at level 10s here on the left and the right. A little bit faster for Team HlopakA with that extra experience from the kill. And a bit more experience, I think, from some of these camps. But we'll see that breakdown in just a moment as we, as I mentioned, cycle through the numbers. First, Web Weaver turn-in could be picked up. Captain Rex has got enough for the turn-in. Parnax will not get the delay, and Captain Rex will summon blue Web Weavers as it is Massive Shove, Curse Bullet, Temporal Loop, Entomb, and ETC Mosh Pit. On the opposing side, it will be a Dragon Blade, Decimate, Ardent Defender, as well as a Blink Heal Brightwing, and a Pyroblast for Kael'thas. I apologize. Genji, with the Dragon Blade active, will be able to take down Leoric, and I think that's 12 gems dropped by Sven. A second kill goes over to Team HlopakA, and hey, that's a nice chunk of experience. It's also really nice as the blue Web Weavers do descend. You don't have Leoric pushing up a wave. Temporal Loop is activated onto Hunter Orc here. Morbius Loop almost takes down Hunter. Oh, ETC, what? Where did Brightwing even go? I was juked by Brightwing right there. Decimate from Garrosh trying to slow down Aether. Leoric summons the Entomb, and I think that was to block Garrosh from advancing further. Pyroblast. It looks like we're going to get some barbecue for lunch, chat. The cow is cooked. We got burnt ends. Oh. Making myself too hungry. Greymane lunges in, trying to find some counter kills, but it's not going to work out. Brightwing with a good amount of healing. She has that trait, obviously. But Soothing Mist, when it's activated with this level 7 critical mist, heals for 264. And also, if you don't know, for Brightwing, on this trait, when you land a if a hero's hit by the center of Soothing Mist passive, if a hero's hit by the center of the Arcane Flare, Soothing Mist passive instantly activates, or the Soothing Mist healing. So I can't talk. I apologize. I'm trying to explain things. I'm not doing it well. Red Web Weavers will descend. ETC power sliding through as our Red Web Weavers come down to the lanes. 13 talents here, almost here. Yrel gets the Avenging Wrath out of the Entomb. The boss Scout Trooper was great. The boss Scout Trooper gave me such a laugh. As I said, like, Survivor wasn't bad. I just think Fallen Over was, it was just better through and through. But Survivor had some really cool fights. It had some great exploration. Excuse me, sorry. Also, you know, I played that game with super framey choppiness, and I don't know. I'd say it was probably like a weak C. Weak C as a game. Enjoyable, but nothing like, oh my god, this is art. I also played the game on the second hardest mode, so that also made it a bit more challenging. Alright, Team HlopakA find another fort here through mid. This is going to be 13s on both sides, but it is all forts down on the Team Sven side, as HlopakA will grab this Siege Giant camp for bottom lane. Another turn-in is halfway there for our red squad. 49 out of 55 for the blue members for Team Sven. 0 to 5 in kills. What's the experience breakdown on that? 3,372 extra experience, and then there's another 800 or so from mercenaries. The toe of Yrel is caught. I guess you could say the hoof of Urella's caught. Leoric, though, will be traded. ETC Mosh is going to get 1 kill. Garrosh getting that displacement, finding the other. Nano trying to turn in 10 here. Looks like they will be able to do so. Chromie gets those in. Looks like we got a small pause for competitive integrity. We're going to jump out of the game here. And we can resend those alerts we missed.
Hello, I like money.
Who the hell's that? That's not what's his name, the grad student.
Nah, I graduated. Must be the new one.
The new one. That's supposed to be a
Prime sub. All right. Nicely done. Nicely done. Thank you very much, Nancy, and for the gifted sub to Ashmantle. Thank you, Kaladin, for the Prime Gaming. I appreciate that so very much. So there's voice issues currently. I think the exploration was one of the weaker parts in Survivor. I would agree with you, bud. I would absolutely agree with that sentence. I would, yeah. Surf over focused too much on parkour compared to falling over. However, the boss scout troop. Yeah. I would agree with you. I would agree with you. That croissant. How you doing today, bud? But yeah, no, the exploration in Survivor was a bit weak. But some of the fights were great. So, like, there was some really cool fights. I didn't care for the final fight, though. The final boss fight just felt like whatever. Buttons. Okay, we're back into the game. We have a toss on to ETC as the Flame Strike will connect. The Dragon Blade from Genji gets the kill. Sven is going to be hit by a gravity lapse. Genji jumps in, and they look for more. But once again, Team Sven will get a Webweaver turn in, and they will lose a couple members, which unfortunately means this Webweaver phase is relatively moot. I prefer the more linear approach to Fallen Over. I agree. I absolutely agree, bud. I absolutely agree with you. Also, like, the way that Fallen Over is done, it doesn't feel super linear. Like, it is linear, but it just, the way that you can explore and you move through the areas, it doesn't feel like that. Like, a good example also is Liza P. Liza P is very linear, but it doesn't feel that way when you play the game. It doesn't feel like I'm just running down a hallway to the next boss. Like, there's a little bit of offshoots and exploration and little hidden things here and there. I absolutely agree with you, bud. The extreme difficult parkour required to advance. I didn't care for the parkour as well. Bum. Pyroblast gets another kill. Pyroblast, what's it, 100-second cooldown? It is quite a long cooldown. By comparison to Phoenix, which is like 60 seconds, so you can chuck that out fairly often for some siege. But I mean, hey, these Pyroblasts, they're confirming kills and can't be too upset about that. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm thinking back to Jedi Survivor, and there were some jump puzzles that I was like, okay, I'm not a fan of this. But at least there isn't a small boy going, hey, I think you can solve the puzzle from over here. You've been in the room for 2 seconds. Would you like the answer? Like, people talk about being annoyed by yellow things marking where to climb. We need an accessibility setting to tell Atreus to shut the heck up. Yeah, God of War Ragnarok was that, yeah. Temporal loop onto HlopakA here, and that is a dead Shimada. But while Genji dies, there will be an opportunity to turn in. Red Webweavers will descend. Urel's pushing top lane up quite a bit. Mid lane being pressured by the rest of the crew. ETC power slides in, but Captain Rex is turned into a crab. Parnax is unable to get that last bit of damage onto this Stukov. We have an Entomb from Leoric. There's a Pyroblast on the ETC. That shouldn't kill. Oh my god, it does? That had to have been, like, such little overkill. What was the... Okay, we need to know. We need to know. Hold on one second, chat. What's the overkill? Oh, what? 261? God dang. Well, Web Weavers are pushing in. Mid lane is looking pretty buff. A lone Chromie and Stukov to defend. And I do think, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a series on our hands as this is looking like a 1-1 score between these two teams here in this upper bracket semifinal matchup. As a reminder, winner goes on to the upper bracket final, stays, of course, in the upper bracket, so you get an extra tournament life, if you will. Loser goes down to the lower bracket semifinal, which will be the next best of 5 coming up today, and that will be an elimination match for 4th place. Now, I'm saying all of this in preparation for the map to end, but it's not actually ending. 55 HP on the core, Ard Defender activated. A lot of enemies, actually every enemy has respawned. The Web Weavers are still pushing in, though. Okay, so this is, oh my god, Kael'thas with the triple kill. Whoa, wowee. Sketchy moment in the ending, but as we take stock of the map, it is looking like it was a definite end and win for Team HlopakA here. GG, well played. By the way, if you were ever thinking about playing Lies of P, chat, if you were like, man, that game looks kind of fun, it is. Go play it. I personally loved Lies of P. Probably one of my favorite Souls games out there at this point. Definitely some BS bosses in there, but every Souls game does. Going to lose the points I won last game. The house always wins. Which team wins Team Spider Queen? It was Team HlopakA. There you go. I'm trying to think, like, there's one jump puzzle in Doom Eternal that I remember always gets me. Because it's just such, it's like max range jump, and it's just, oh my god. There's one jump puzzle in Doom Eternal that I always despise. But most of the jump puzzling in that game is pretty well done. I can't remember the DLC, if there was anything I hated in that. Can't remember. I didn't care for the DLC Part 2 final boss. I just did not care for that. That fight was, ugh. Elden Ring if you prefer an adventure and off-beaten path, also longer. Lies of P if you prefer modern mix of Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3. That's a pretty good way to put it. Pretty good way to put it. Neo is fantastic. No, I don't. I've seen people play Neo. I have never want to play Neo. My neighbor tries to sell me on Neo all the time. He's like, dude, you know what game you should play on your stream? You should play Neo. And I was like, dude, there's so many layers to that game. It's so complex. He's like, no, it's not that big of a deal. You just have this stance, this stance, this stance, this. I was like, yeah, I'm sure when you're playing it, it kind of makes sense, but I don't have any desire to play Neo anytime soon. Lies of P is a lot more linear than Elden Ring. Elden Ring is an open world for exploration, magic, a lot of... Yeah, exactly. So well done, just like Bloodborne. Bloodborne theming is cool, Bloodborne area design is cool, Bloodborne bosses can suck my butt cheek. The One Reborn will forever be just the epitome of a bad boss to me. I hate the One Reborn. I hate it. But I love Lovecraftian stuff. I love Cthulhian horror. It's just, it's when every boss is just shrieking noises and you're fighting the camera because the camera in Bloodborne is a misery. But yeah. It's not as complex as people make it out to be. It's as complex as you want it to be. Yeah, it's very complex. You'd argue that Bloodborne is harder than Neo. The other thing that I can't stand... Alright, my last thing about Bloodborne. I can't stand that pretty much if you take anything but the saw cleaver in the start of the game, you're pretty much just making the game harder for yourself. And all the cool weapons are locked behind, like, secret quests, second gameplay, like New Game Plus or locked in the DLC. Like, you can't get any cool weapons till late game. The armor sets do relatively nothing, and it's mostly fashion, and I wish they approached it, obviously, different timelines, but I wish it was approached the same way Liza P was. It's purely cosmetic, and you can just put on different outfits to look cool. I wish Bloodborne just went that way, because the outfits look amazing, but it's like, I beat the game with the starting outfit, I think. Anyways, all right, let's focus in on Garden of Terror, map number 3 in our best of 5 series. We got a Hanzo Sylvanas band on the left-hand side, Garden of Terror. I said that, I'm just reading across the top, I guess. Sergeant Hammer and Rhaegar will be banned away. First pick to Haka Vala for the members of Team HlopakA. We'll see Team Sven grab the Diablo first, and then we get a Junkrat Samuro. Is there an Abathur ban here? Abathur Samuro on this map would be misery. It's not necessary. We know Sven doesn't need an Abathur to be successful on Samuro. You don't need that baseline, but it's often paired together. Like, you see Illidan, you think Abathur, and same thing with vice versa as well. So we'll see. Do they just take that out of the mix? Gonna be a white main ban instead. Has Malfurion been played in this series? I don't think he has. I know he was played in the previous one by Jean Lazal. I'm just getting my cheat sheet out. No, Malfurion has not been played yet. I would love to see Malfurion for either of these teams realistically. Innervate is not really what I'm looking at. It's just the root. The root potential is pretty big on this map. Innervate for Diablo would be nice, but I mean, you really couldn't throw it on Junkrat nor Samuro. Medivh to be banned away by the team with the Diablo. You know, it's too much RPG in a Soulsborne, in your opinion? I don't understand the statement. Yay! All right. Cho'Gall has been grabbed. We have a Cho'Gall today. Oh, has Team HlopakA done the Cho'Gall? Team HlopakA has done Cho'Gall, so Cho'Gall is a bounty. Zagara with Nidus Network is a bounty. Team Sven has done Zagara and Nidus already. Okay, so these are bounty heroes, but they're currently, the bounties have been claimed already from these respective teams. Yo, we got a Cho'Gall game. It is a bounty, but it's already been claimed. You can't do the same bounty twice. So that's why I literally have my cheat sheet on my other monitor of like what team has done what bounty. So yeah, Team Sven has done Nidus Zagara. Team HlopakA has played Cho'Gall and won with it. All right, let's get into the game. Start prediction. Team Sven, Team Cho'Gall. 5-minute gamble. Get it in. Every piece of gear has random stats in there. Gear drops like Borderlands. Doesn't fit well with Souls, in your opinion? Oh, interesting. Yeah. No, I just wanted clarification so I could understand better. I mean, if you think about, like, Sekiro is, like, probably the farthest from a Soulsborne game. From, like a FromSoft Soulsborne game. But it's still, I mean, still kind of is. It's also one of the, it actually has a story. Like, Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Elden Ring, they've got lore. But there's no, like, Sekiro has, like, a main character, an antagonist. Like, it has all the plot points of a story. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that very much. We've got ourselves the beautiful, multi-nippled, I'm forgetting the, what's the name of the skin? I'm blanking on it, but we got Cho'Gall. Played, it's gonna be Harnox on Cho'Gall. Hunter Orc Ariel. Mario will be your Vala, and HlopakA to play the Dahaka. Sven for Team Sven will have Samuro. Nano on the Zagara. Arya is Diablo. Captain Rex on your Deckard, and Aether Junkrat. Shadow Charge onto the Cho'Gall. By the way, it's as I mentioned, it's High Wraith on the Cho and Parnax on the Gall. It is Greed? Okay. I said, like, for some reason I thought there was like a different name, but yeah, it's the Greed skin. I also love that there's little doubloons that drop out of the back. And that thong. And that thong. All right. Let's see. Gamble. Ooh, nice. We got Twitch predictions. We've got odds. Samuro is Way of Illusion level 1. Cho'Gall will have that calloused hide as well as the Taskmaster. Oh, I apologize. Sorry, I'm skimming talents. I didn't even see the rotation down in the bottom. Didn't see it. Vala goes down, and Vala's Creed of the Hunter. That's 3 stacks right now, and down to 20% bonus attack speed. All right, Dahaka enhanced agility. Samuro, unfettered, unbothered in this top lane. Currently getting decent damage onto the fort front gate. Dahaka will show here, and Sven just, jump into his, he'll drop his mirror images, which are going to get a few stacks onto Dahaka. Cho'Gall is actually getting decent damage into this mid-fort front gate, just constant range artillery with that runic bomb, as well as the shadow orbs. I couldn't enjoy the combat in Sekiro. I played Demon Souls and I enjoyed Ghost of Tsushima more. Felt may have floated. Oh, I did not like Sekiro. Sekiro, we didn't finish Sekiro on stream. I got I beat that super difficult boss with the 3 phases on the like that top of that tower or whatever, and then I stopped playing. It's just ding 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 stab. It's just like 10 minutes of blocking, perfect blocking and parry blocking and perfect and this and that to get a stab, and then if you screw it up, it's just I didn't really care for the combat of Sekiro. The way that I put it is I didn't like that there was a way to play the game. Like other Souls games, like you can sit there and you can smack them with a spear or a Unga Bunga giant dragon tooth, or you can get a bleed sword. But Sekiro, it was like, this is how you play it, this is what you do, this is how you win. Didn't finish Sekiro. Nope, I did not. I love the parry in Liza P. That's what I was saying. Like, we rarely parry on the stream in Souls games. And that is the one game where I think I even said it while I was playing. I was like, they made the parry mechanics so good, and it just fits the game so well. I've made a joke a bunch of times about making a sub goal to play more Sekiro on stream, but I don't know. I am enjoying, on the note of Ghost of Tsushima, I am enjoying that game quite a bit. We are going to pick that back up in the future. It's just we've got quite a long list of games to currently play. And Batman Arkham Asylum's been a jam, so we're gonna play more of that next week, as well as another Crab's P. Dr. Brushstock's down into bottom lane, looking for the drag, lands it onto the old man. And the concussion mine? No way! I was gonna say, how many times we gotta teach you this lesson, old man? And apparently they didn't teach any lesson. Sven in top lane, continuing to be a very annoying Samuro, just pushing, pushing, and pushing. Oh, that wind is kicking up out there. Holy crap. So I'm looking, some of the trees are like massively swaying. Bottom lane fight, sorry. Hunter Orc gets the heal. One seed goes over to the side of Team HlopakA as the Ariel does go down. Able to get a Detainment Strike stack on that level 4 repeated defense. 4 stacks out of 6 on that. And this Cho'Gall composition doesn't seem like it's working out too good right now for the side of Team HlopakA. Wait a second, Captain Rex. Are you serious? Okay, Aether is the MVP of this game right now with this Junkrat. That is twice the old man has been saying. Oh no, Vala. Vala is gonna be fine. Firestorm from Diablo didn't go out, actually. Decker Kane taps well. Flank from Dahaka with a drag. Maybe looking for Decker Kane. Gonna burrow. Lurker Strain level 4, I think, was picked up. Yes, he does have that. Diablo low, but Decker Kane's got more juice for him. Diablo souls are not full. He's actually got 96, but they hit level 10. cycle through the other numbers as our seed is up and available in the top left of the map. Riptire, Devouring Maw, Lightning Breath, Way of Illusion Master, and Stay Well and Listen. Samuro will grab this seed. I believe HlopakA is just going to go soak up top lane, and this is looking like a pretty nice map for the side of Team Sven. 1-1 in seeds. And waiting for that 10 talent here on the right. I don't think we're going to get a fight, so I think I can throw away this teabag finally. Thanks for the Lurk Ash Mantle. I appreciate it.
A seed is sprouting. The anticipation.
Next seed, bottom center of the map. On the right side, it will be Crystal Aegis, Twisting Nether. We'll have the Rain of Vengeance for Vala, Twilight Hammer, and Isolation. So no Resurrection for Ariel. Twisting Nether activated. Diablo is going to be slowed by that. HlopakA Brush Talks in. Lightning Breath activated by Diablo. HlopakA is going to get some healing. Stay Well and Listen. Riptire. Did HlopakA land a drag on the Riptire? That looked kind of weird right there. I think it was just the bounce into the face of HlopakA. Bottom fort goes down. I was like searching the minimap. I couldn't find this fort that did fall. So first structure to go down. Sven continues to do, guess what? Push top lane. And HlopakA will tap a bush. He'll make his rotation up there to clear out the camp. But this camp actually is going to get crazy good damage onto the fort. I do think it's going to be saved by HlopakA. No, one more. Yeah. All right. Double forts fall. Any thoughts on sci-fi Souls game? I want a Bioshocky Bloodborne / Lies of P. I'd be interested in one. Oh yeah, no, I love like Cthulhian, Lovecraftian horror. Oh man, you make a Souls game around that, I am in. Now, will I sit here and complain about it a lot? Yes. But I'll also talk about it a lot too. I can't wait to see what they do with Lies of D. I can't wait to see what they do with the sequel to Lies of P, or whatever they teased at the end of Lies of P. Stay a while and listen, put on a 10-second cooldown right there, as we have a drag from HlopakA onto Captain Rex, activating his Ancient Blessings. That's like golden glow underneath some of the allies around. The Surge. I have heard bad things about the Surge. I have not heard the best things about the Surge. But I have not played it, and I haven't seen a ton about it, so I can't really form an opinion. I can just tell you what I've heard. Lightning Breath from Diablo. Crystal Aegis is not going to be long enough, and that is Ariel going down. Okay, another kill over to the side of Team Sven as Aether goes for this channel. He's going to be able to blow up those sappers fairly easily. Aether has the channel, and that's going to be Garden Tears going out in favor of Team Sven. Scrolla Ceiling. Diablo pushes Cho'Gall into it. That's going to also be a Molten Block. Concussion Mine doesn't get the push they're looking for. Cho'Gall trying to back away. A couple hundred HP isolation onto Diablo, and he does go down. Vala was trying to take down Aether here, won't be able to do so. Diablo, Soul's expended, he's back in the mix. I hope they get better proofreading for the sequel. What do you mean? For which sequel? And what do you mean by proofreading? Shadow Charge on to Hunter Orc here. Answers with a Detainment Strike. 10 minutes in, Team Sven are working on some keep front gates, and this Garden Terror phase will expire. Sven able to swap some mirror images right there and get away. Vol picking up her 100th stack. Garden Terror in mid gets a couple more autos. No Overgrowth Plant summons, so it's just going to be cleared out by that keep. Zagara hearthing out here on the left-hand side of our mid lane. Lies of B, I felt like a lot of stuff got lost in translation. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like anything that pops out in my mind, because we played that game maybe a couple months ago, so it still is relatively... Still remember some of it. I had a heckin' blast with Liza P, though. But as I mentioned, there are a couple BS bosses, but that's every Souls game has BS bosses. I was literally bemoaning a boss or two yesterday from another Crab's Treasure. I actually the Roland boss was not as bad. I think I was still just annoyed with the previous boss, that the eel. Oh, isolation coming out from HlopakA. We've got a lightning breath from Diablo. HlopakA inside the devouring maw. We've got Cho'Gall going down. Crystal Aegis applied to HlopakA. He burrows for a moment. Lurker Strain value gets some value, but this is just Team Sven with 6-2 in kills, 16 talent tier advantage, massive wave in top, triple kill in hand. They're gonna work on this keep in top lane as Samuro goes to do Samuro things. The voice stuff was fine. The item description text where you could find. Oh yeah, I would agree. I would agree. Yeah, I can see what you mean with that. It wasn't super clear on some of the item descriptions. Yeah. I think there was like one or two items that I think I had that exact issue with. Like I used the item super late in the game and I was like, oh, like it works like that. So. Okay. Cho'Gall throwing out a... Hold on one second. Deckard Cain was a little split from the allies, and he will be taken down. Cho'Gall still chasing in. 16 talent here. This is the big moment for Cho'Gall and friends. They got that leaden orb. Riptire from Junkrat pushes back the enemies. Also, you got the Frenzied Fist for the Cho. Gains 75% attack speed for 5 seconds after using Surging Fist. Vala's got Manticore now, too. Crystal Aegis applied to somebody. It's going to be the Vala. She does go down. This is going to be HlopakA falling as well. This might be game. Death timers are relatively long. They've got a wave pushed up mid. They don't have Deckard Cain, but there's Zagara and Junkrat to deal. I mean, there's Samuro on core is already a nightmare, too. So Cho'Gall with the defense. Cho'Gall to defend here. 13 minutes and 33 seconds. As it looks like Team Sven want to take a map advantage. Cho'Gall inside the Devouring Maw. Molten Block is activated. He's going to get a little shove. Core shielding has gone down. 4 seconds on Area, 5 on the Vala. Core is starting to drop here. Diablo trying to push Cho'Gall around, try and get this kill before the allies start to respond. But you know what? Now's the time to go core, and that is going to be map number 3 over to the side of Team Sven. GG, well played. They're 1 map away from punching their ticket to the upper bracket final. As a warning, because I can see outside right now, that wind is really starting to kick up for the storm we're getting up here. If I do disappear, there is a likelihood that I have an internet or power outage completely. So if I do disappear, if I do randomly drop the stream, it is probably because we've lost power. Or the internet's completely gone out. Hopefully there's no internet resets, knock on wood, but... ISP do ISP things. But yeah, there's some really big gusts out there. We did get new power lines recently. Welcome back, everybody, into the Banshee Cup playoffs here in the upper bracket semifinal. We have got Team Sven on the left with a score of 2, and Team HlopakA on the right with a score of 1 in this best-of-5 series. Team Sven are 1 map away from punching their ticket to the upper bracket final, which I think is actually coming up next. I think the Liquipedia is incorrect in the timing. Yes, the Liquipedia is incorrect. So tomorrow is all elimination games in the grand finals. Today, we're just doing upper brackets. So we're not going to be seeing an elimination today. We will be finding out who is going to the grand finals with the winner advantage, and that winner advantage is going to be first pick priority and map pick priority from the unique pool of maps. So Haunted Mines, Warhead Junction, Blackheart's Bay, and Brax's Holdout, I think, are the 4 maps for that. But either way, we'll get into all that later on. Let's go ahead and see. We're here on Dragonshire, map number 4. Maybe, just maybe, we can get to the illustrious map number 5. We do love our map number 5s. Those are very, very fun. So Dragonshire's here. Sylvanas Vikings banned away. Excuse me. What else do we want to get rid of here? For those of you that are maybe new to the stream, maybe you've wandered in here and you're wondering what's going on, this tournament series does use the Meta Madness style of drafts, so heroes that were picked and played are unavailable. So the Cho'Gall we just saw, Zagara, Muradin from earlier, all those heroes are unavailable for the rest of this best of 5. Now that pool resets when we get out of this best of 5 series and into our next best of 5, which will be that upper bracket final coming up soon. No tournament baseline bans, and the bans at the top of the screen don't add to that list. So currently, there are 30 heroes unavailable from the previous maps, and then the additional 4. Obviously, those don't carry through, so Hammer could be picked up in map 5 if we make it there. But map 4s are always fun, because you are missing a third of the entire hero pool. I guess it's another kind of herb. Well, yeah, because Resident Evil, you know, you have the green herb and the yellow herb and stuff like that for Resident Evil. So, I thought today was National Comic Book Day, or I thought it was Free Comic Book Day. I thought that was the thing. Lazy Hydra said like there were 2 things today, I think. Anyways, Maya first pick on the right-hand side for the members of Team HlopakA. Okay. They'll have a Rhaegar Varian. Okay. I believe Chromie's already been played in this series, so maybe we see like a Mephisto. I'd like to see some sort of, or maybe even Jaina. I'd love to see like Varian with Taunt, and then you get like, here is a mage, I put damage here, and that dies. Ooh, it is Free Comic Day. My local comic shop closed down last month. Oh no, Wildfire. I don't think we even have a comic shop up here. Like if I look up comic shop, I get like a used bookstore. There's a toy store, which I don't think there's comics in there. And I think there's another used bookstore. I don't think we actually have a legit comic book shop up here in Tahoe. I mean, it kind of makes sense, but it also sucks. I always say that, like, if there was ever a gaming center, like kind of like Next Level Gaming in Miami, Florida, the amazing sponsor of CCL and run by the amazing human Kevin. If there was ever something like that in Tahoe, I would honestly apply to work there a little bit. I'd continue still streaming, but honestly, that would be kind of fun to me, working at a place like that. Either way. Jaina banned away. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. Let's see really quickly. I think Kael'thas was played in the Tomb game. Yeah, so Kael'thas. But you still have things like Gul'dan is up. No, Gul'dan was played in Blackheart's Bay. So Jaina Mage is gone. You still have Orphea available. Mephisto is still a pickup here, and I think Mephisto is a fine pickup if they want to go into that. It's gonna be Chen for the solo lane. I don't hate that. There's the Mephisto that I was anticipating as well. My buddy's comic was one being handed out and Stormtrooper cosplay. Wow. That's pretty cool. He also sponsors this tournament. Yes, he does. This is Kevin's tournament. Because he's an amazing human being. Alright, we'll round out this draft on the right with a Tassadar Falstad. Main tank Maiev. Interesting. Ming maybe for old school reasons. Was Ming played already in the series? I don't think she was. No, she was. Li Ming was played on map number 1, Blackheart's Bay, so Li Ming couldn't have been picked up. How dare you? How dare you be incorrect on something? Oh my god. Twitch chat's never wrong, but apparently today is...
Who the hell's that? That's not what's his name, the grad student.
Nah, I graduated. Must be the new one.
New one. That's supposed to be a
Prime sub. No message, but thank you for the Prime Gaming home team. Thank you for the 17 months. I appreciate it. Thank you all for the generosity. I love you all very much. Keep up the good work. You keep up the good work, my friend. Thank you so very much. Let's get into the game. Let's start up a prediction. And thank you again, home team, for the continued support and love for the channel. All right, Twitch Gamble is up and available. I think Ash Mantle might be chilling. I think he is AFK, so let's go ahead and get a gamble going. All right, chat, here's what I'm going to post to you. This is not the final series of the day, so even if this is a 3-1, this is still not the end of the day of games. But I want to pose this question to you. Will Team HlopakA take us to a map number 5? Get your gambles in. It's Sven. For Team Sven, we'll be playing Chen. We've got an Arion on the Zeratul, Nano Mephisto, Captain Rex playing Rhaegar, and Aether will be your Varian. Right side of the map, we are going to be seeing the members of Team HlopakA. Mariel on the Tassadar, HlopakA playing Falstad, High Wraith on the Rexar, Misha to play Misha, Parnax on the main tank Maev, and Hunter Orc with
4, 3,
Tyrande.
2, 1. Unleash the dragon's wrath.
Oh, Sentinel hits. Obviously, we're going to a map number 5. If you don't know the meme, that's literally it. If Sentinel hits on the opening throw, you win the game. I don't make the rules. Sentinels collided, so we're getting a map 5. Mephisto hit with a... Oh my god, Mephisto is going to be hit with a Lunar Flare as he comes back into his origin location from that shade. Misha is going to be sacrificed. Zeratul almost gets a kill. HlopakA so low, 160-something HP. And on the left-hand side, Zeratul and Mephisto able to back away. No kills outside of the Misha quarter death. And we move into bottom lane. Okay, so in top, there's a rotation onto High Wraith, but it's Zeratul who gets chunked. Falstad with first blood to the side of Team HlopakA. 11,300 on Team Sven to make it a 3-1. All right.
Take control of the shrine.
Chen with freshest ingredients level 1. Varian Lion's Fang. We'll see Sentinel getting vision over here for this camp. Falstad is going to actually be going into Gathering Storm. We have not seen, at this level of play, a lot of Q-build Falstad. I am still very partial to it. I love Q-build Falstad, especially like late game. You get 100 stacks. You get that level 7 boomerang. Big damage. And actually, we're going to see a big kill and invade onto this left-hand side camp. Man, Team HlopakA, they want this map number 5, and they're making a real good case for it. $10K on the right side. Thank you very much. Looks like 2 people put 5K each. Nicely done. Thank you all. We got odds. If you'd like to push up further for the... If you'd like to push up the gamble a bit more, feel free. Tassadar Force Wall thrown down a little early, but that's all right. Nano, I don't think, would have been killed either way. Varian rotates around. He just got his level 4 taunt. Flying kick level 4 as well for Chen. That's going to be synergistic with his level 1 when it's done. Tassadar. Oh, whoa! Captain Rex is getting chunked right now. Hugs the side of that pillar so the Umbral Bind doesn't pull him into Maev and is able to get further away. But the Dragon Knight does go to the side of Team HlopakA. Maev comes in with the Spirit of Vengeance. Lunar Flare connecting onto Varian. 2 seconds on a taunt, but I don't think he wants to force anyone to attack him. We do have that Pursuit of Vengeance level 1, but I also really want to talk about the level 4, the Sudden Vengeance. 6% of their maximum health when you activate that blink from the Spirit of Vengeance. More waves to be cleared in bottom with Tassadar's Shock Ray. Static Charge level 1, currently at 30 out of 200. Regeneration Master for the Rexar. Excuse me, Hunter-Gatherer, sorry. Will be at 3 out of 25. We've got Mephisto, 29 stacks out of 40, so he's got the extra 100 damage. He'll get the secondary charge when he hits the 40th stack. 13 out of 25? Yeah, for Varian, I couldn't remember. Dragonite phase expires. There's mid lane fort front gate taken down. Some damage onto the fort as well. Top lane still fairly healthy. Bottom was opened up by the side of Team HlopakA, and okay, alright. Camp in the bottom to be grabbed. Let's take a look and see really quickly here. 40 seconds, 30 seconds on the 2 Siege Giants for bottom lane. Left and right Bruiser camps will be grabbed by both teams respectively. Level 7 on the left-hand side, Elusive Brawler. Warp Skirmisher as well for Zeratul. But also Mephisto will go into Froststorm. Heroes hit by Lightning Nova are slowed by 50% for 1 second. And the slow from Skull Missile is increased to 50%. Shock Rays going out. Spirit of Vengeance in. We've got an Umbral Bind applied to Nano, who's going to try and back away. The Lunar Flare does connect on the origin location of that Shade, but Hunter Orc is going to be burninated, or at least going to be shocked to death, as Parnax is so very low. They want to get the kill onto this Maiev. They won't be able to do so, but hey, I mean, Tassadar, Misha, and Tyrande go down, so that's 2 1/4 kill over to the side of Team Sven. More experience bolstered for them. They'll get to 10s maybe a little bit faster at this rate. We'll go ahead and cycle through those other numbers as we always do, so we're getting into the 10 territory. Chen with a whole lot of healing over time. He's going to try and drink through some of the autos of Falstad. Falstad actually flying down to this Siege Giant over here. Potential kill onto Aether. Varian is very low. He will fall, but now Falstad is maybe traded. Rhaegar goes in, bites the butt. Now Captain Rex is going to be pulled back with an Umbral Bind. Vault of the Wardens from Maiev is this just absolute massacre over here. Mephisto goes down. So does Rhaegar and Varian on the opposing side, Maiev and Falstad, but the trade is in favor of Team HlopakA. They get to 10 first. They'll have Tassadar Archon. We'll see Star Shower. Nope, that's not right. It is probably right, but once again, my brain. Boars to be unleashed by Rexar. We'll have Gus Falstad. A Wandering Keg from Genesee goes in with the flying kick, smashes into High Wraith. And they get the kill. Maiev with the containment disc. We just saw that Wandering Keg. Zeratil's Might of the Nerazine, Endurance of Hate from Mephisto, Ancestral, and Varian. We'll check and see what he's got here. He's got Warbringer. He can charge every 10 seconds. It is Starfall, which is going to be activated here. Containment disc onto the Varian. Archon comes through as well. Decent damage being poked out. Maiev with an Umbral Bind, connecting onto 1, but it's not really going to be life-threatening to Varian. Our second objective phase is up and available, being contested by both sides. 5 to 5 in kills. It's technically 5 to 5.5, but you know, whatever. Lunar Flare connecting. Mephisto jumping around. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Falstad tries to gust the Zeratul into the tower shots. It's not enough, and now Zeratul is trying to get away here. Lunar Flare finds him. He's got that level 1 for that movement speed, the move unseen, so you're rarely going to see Zeratul mounted in this game. Basically, his mount speed, and you also reduce the activation of Permanent Cloak by 1 second. So Zeratul pretty much never really wants to hit Z. Dragonite does get picked up by the side of Team Sven. Mephisto jumping in, decent damage. Endurance of Hate goes out, but no CC available. Containment disc into Mephisto. Falstad gust up in 17 seconds. Ancestral does connect onto Mephisto. They're going to try and answer back. Mephisto is just absolutely raining in destruction. Tassadar will trade, but it's still Tyrande, Tassadar, and Maiev going down. They lose their Rhaegar, but I don't think they're too upset about that on the side of Team Sven. And speaking of, Sven just going to be pushing up mid lane with the Chen. Boar's unleashed by Rexar. Falstad kicked away. He won't be killed by that. This bottom fort will fall. Alright, 6 to 9 in kills, favoring the side of Team Sven as they have that 13 talent tier advantage. A level and a half lead as they'll get to level 14. In just a moment, Lunar Flare onto Nano, gets another stack. Falstad with that Gathering Storm hammering, almost taking down Mephisto, but now has to use Gust to push them away. Nano will fall. Maiev had the Umbral Bind onto him. You return, welcome back. Welcome back. Good to see you. Falstad gets the kill. Varian goes down. It's a double kill currently. Chen, elusive brawler active. Sidewalls being taken out here. Okay. Tassidar's got the Oracle. We've got the aspect of the Hawk. Or unleash the boars onto this Zeratul Misha charge. And Zeratul goes down. And just like that, it's now 9-9 in kills, 14.5 to both teams. And we'll see a lot of camps to be grabbed around the map. Bottom lane, top left. I thought I saw Rexar Misha moving over for this, but not the case. Siege camp on the right is up and available. Siege camp on the left is 2.5 minutes away. Those actually just got cleared out. Sentinel goes up to top lane. Level 13 for Tyrande is going to be the Ranger's mark, so no harsh moonlight or anything like that. Force wall from Tassadar. Locks Varian up against the wall here. A little bit of poke as well. Static charge for this Tassadar is currently sitting at 130 stacks out of 200. Lunar Blaze for the Tyrande currently at 10 out of 30.
The shrines will soon be activated.
Mephisto done with level 1, so is Varian and Chen. 44 stacks for Falstad. Alright, 14 regeneration globes on our Rexar, as the 16s will be slightly faster to Team Sven, but it's not that big of a deal. I think just about every camp is off of... Yeah, every camp has been grabbed. Little Sentinel being thrown out to try and find some vision
Claim vengeance for
of
my
the
friend.
enemy. We see that Celestial Attunement for the Tyrande. Executor's Will, as well as the Feigned Death. Falstad holding level 16. He didn't go for cooldown reduction at level 13. He went for Sustained Wind, so maybe he goes into Crippling Hammer for the extra slow at level 16. No, he's going to go for Ares Gust. He's going to get that movement speed. Movement speed addition, but also the faster activation of Tailwind. Starfall from Tyrande activated. Boars unleashed again by Rexar. Currently have Tyrande going down to Zeratul. Chen is putting pressure onto this Tassadar who did activate Archon. Zeratul trying to find a kill, and he will go down, but Mephisto gets a counter kill onto Falstad. Tassadar falls as well. It's 3-1, and Team Sven, they're not too upset about this. Also, they have the available Dragon Summoning. Unless they get another... a kill onto High Wraith would be huge. Maev, the lone defender... as this Dragonite will confirm mid-fort. Now, what's the game plan from Team Sven? Do they go macro play and just take down mid and top fort? Or are they just going to barrel through bottom lane? I mean, it looks like, yeah, they're already rotating this down into bottom. Okay, so they're going to barrel through bottom lane. Bottom lane is a win condition lane on Dragonshire, since there's 3 camps you can shove into this lane. So often the priority is to open this up. Mephisto jumping in, Lightning Nova, but a lot of respawns have already happened here, and this Dragonite is not going to get more than the keep front gate. It doesn't even get the entire gate. There's still 1 tower that remains. So Varian doing the smart thing, backing away. Falstad flies down. He's got Gust available, so Varian changes up his disengage rotation direction, so that way he doesn't, the Dragonite doesn't fall, the allies aren't gusted away, because at the rate that he was going, you had a block of allies here and the Dragonite here. Gust comes through, and Varian, of course, inside the Dragonite won't be pushed away, but the allies would be. Burn down the Dragonite, take down the Varian, and that's a singular kill. But Varian repositions, nicely done. Activates his parry, no Umbral Bind to pull Aether back. Real big burst onto this camp. Camp on the right is up in 8 seconds. 20 talents here, advantage about 3/4 of a level away. Is there a consideration to invade this camp? Sometimes teams will play just safe and they'll... Okay, they're not going to play it safe. I was going to say that maybe teams at this time would play it safe, soak up for 20, not invade, but no, they're gonna go for this, which maybe we see a team fight to break out. Misha getting low, Starfall active from the Tyrande. 80-second cooldown on that, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Camp is grabbed by Team Sven. 13-10 in kills. 20 talents here are almost picked up off of bottom lane wave. Actually, Chen will get it off of mid here. By the way, Banner of Speedforge. But Stormwind. Speedforge, that's not... Okay. It's combining different talents. Purifying Brew for the Chen. We'll see the Glory to the Alliance, Farseer's Blessing, Mimic for Mephisto, and Twilight Falls for Zeratul. Mephisto jumping in, trying to take down Misha. Will be able to take down the bear. Chen is going to join into bottom. Banner thrown down by Varian. He looks for the Wandering Keg push. Doesn't find it. Gets a free Gust out of Falstad, though. Falstad will burn Gust. Zeratul completely invisible as Nano is scouted out. Zeratul, though, they find the Tyrande. That should be dead, yeah. Completely invisible, standing still like that. Banner of Speedforge was, however, immediately understandable. Stormwind was not.
Control both shrines, and the Dragon Knight's power is yours.
Alright, another Dragonite phase here. Chet in top lane has got a whole lot of damage over time. Wandering Keg is going to be active. Oh my god, Mephisto almost takes down HlopakA. The Wandering Keg is going to smash in, and that will be a flying kick in. The Ancestor Healing coming through as well. And this is just going to be an absolute massacre in top lane. We will see a... Picked up by Team Sven, as that might have been the nail in the coffin here, chat.
The Dragon Knight shall reduce you to sin.
Glow Sticks of Destiny. I feel like that's what they would call the glow sticks in Another Crab's Treasure when we were in the Abyss area. Okay, well, Tyrande soaks mid for 20, but yeah, this is looking like we're going to be seeing Team Sven with a 3-1 victory. Durance of Fate goes out, Tyrande will fall. GG, well played, 20-10 in kills. Team Sven make their way into the upper bracket final coming up next.